If you've ever tried to put a toddler to bed, you know the living room often looks exactly like this. A young child's brain has a lot to process after everything they've seen and done all day. You can't expect them to instantly drop from that high-speed play into a deep sleep. They need a buffer to help their bodies and minds catch up. Think of a child's energy as a fast vehicle, needing a gradual glide path to land safely, shifting from jagged daytime movement to a calm state. A 5-minute story bridges that gap, creating a 300-second runway. Within this window, you're capturing their attention and gently calming down their racing energy. You're carrying them away from the excitement of the day, right to the quiet edge of sleep. This is why finishing every word in a book is less important than the time spent reading it. These 5 minutes provide a necessary psychological off-ramp that a young brain needs to finally slow down. To make the most of that window, you have to choose the right kind of story to lead the way. For very young children, gentle animal stories are a great tool. Imagine a tale about a wise old turtle drifting through a still evening sea. These warm, slow-paced stories have a physical effect. As the child listens to the turtle's journey, their breathing starts to match the slow pace of the words, which helps their heart rate naturally settle. For children who are 4 or 5 years old, classic fairy tales like Rapunzel or The Frog Prince are often the best fit. This diagram highlights why these classics are so effective. When you choose a story where they can guess what's coming next and combine it with rhyming verses, it creates a soothing brain pattern. It's almost hypnotic. The type of story you choose acts like a brake pedal. It signals directly to the child that the busy world is finally becoming quiet. Once you have the right stories ready, let your child make the final choice. Let them pick the exact 5-minute tale you'll read tonight. Giving them this specific bit of control helps stop bedtime arguments before they start. When a child feels they are in charge of the choice, they are much more likely to settle in without a struggle. Then it's all in the delivery. The goal is to let those 5 minutes stretch by reading slowly and without any sense of rush. Keep your voice soft and quiet. You can still use different voices for the characters to keep them interested, but you want to avoid loud or sudden sounds that might wake them back up. And if they want to hear the same story about a mermaid 5 nights in a row, that's perfectly okay. Repeating the same story is how children learn and find comfort. Knowing exactly what happens on the next page makes them feel safe, letting them let go of the day more easily. When you combine your child's choice with a calm, steady reading style, you create a routine that feels completely safe and reliable. Compare this scene to the chaos we saw earlier. The child is now tucked in, relaxed, and heavy-eyed. When you dim the lights and start a short, rhyming story, you're finishing that physical transition into sleep. The real point of this routine isn't just to finish the book. It's about that quiet, shared moment you have together at the very end of the day. You don't need to be a great performer or own a huge library to make this work. There are dozens of these 5-minute stories about animals, brave fairy tale princesses, and exciting bedtime adventures, available online for free right now. Tonight, pick out one of these short stories. Keep your voice low, take your time, and enjoy the quiet runway. By setting aside just 300 intentional seconds, you can move away from the bedtime struggle and find a smooth, peaceful landing for the whole family.